There we go. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening. Bitcoin, altcoins, everything else. Is the bounce coming? Is it gonna bounce? 1.5% up right now. So, technically maybe already a small bounce. We're gonna see if there is gonna be a bigger bounce on that. Hope everyone is doing well in the chat. We just went through, a lot of dumpage. I don't know how much big this candle yesterday was, like 10% or something like that. I don't know how much we ended at. 8.39% daily candle, which is actually quite heavy candle. So, people are a little bit, shocked that Bitcoin can actually dump, 8% in a day. Unfortunately, when we are getting, to higher and higher levels, this should be considered a normal pullback. That said, somebody in our public Telegram chat, I don't know if you guys know, but we have public Telegram chat, and the guy in the public Telegram chat actually posted a very nice image. He's called Peter. Peter posted this over here, and I thought it was actually very nice. So I don't know what is what is indicated on here is. Let me just do this. There we go. So this is 2221 move towards upside. There's this upper chart towards upside. This is a 4-hourly time frame, and you see here 2324 move, how it's actually playing out so far from this bottom towards upside up here. This is actually very, very nice. You got this dumpage towards downside, climbing up here, and right now we're just having this first move towards upside. But it looks like this move where we have this dumpage over here towards downside, and then we continue towards upside again. So there is definitely similarities in these two images, and I thought this was very interesting. So there's that. Now Mlana is probably gonna come out and say, didn't I post that chart like I don't know, a year ago, something like that. I mean, he might have posted something similar, but I just saw it now. That said, how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Michael, what's up? Anand, please be a correction done XRP. I actually don't know how XRP is doing. 1.8%. Just a second, guys. Just a second. Sorry about that. My alarm went off and I had to turn it off, or else it's just gonna annoy me for next 1 hour. Good morning, Dr. Carla. How you doing? Woo, dips are for buying, guys. Exactly, dips are for buying. Dips are definitely for buying up here. And guys, you gotta understand that during the corrections, during the pullbacks, during the bloodbaths, you need to be more active than you are. Like, that is the time when you should, it is nice when stuff is pumping and is going towards upside. Everybody's very excited. But if you want to make it in this space, you gotta be even more active and on when there are bloodbaths and stuff is actually happening, because those are the buying opportunities. It's really hard to buy when everybody's euphoric and stuff is just pumping towards upside. But when you have bloodbaths, when you have dips, when people are definitely 100% totally bearish towards downside, those are the opportunities that come along and that you buy. That's how you buy 20, 15k Bitcoin. Why? Because nobody cares. Nobody cares. Everybody, the bloodbath is down, it's going down to 10k, it's dead, blah blah blah. Those are the times that you need to care. And the same thing goes right now. When stuff goes down, you want to care. Can it go down more? Yes, but care even more at that point, right? So buying the dips will make you wealthy. Buying the bottoms, cherry picking the bottoms will make you wealthy. Just getting excited every single time there is some euphoria in the market, and you have green candles, won't make you healthy. Won't make you rich, because these big green candles over here at the top, those, that's retail, that's mainstream, that's people who see green candles, they FOMO and they get some kind of money and then you go away again, right? So the people that are coming in right now, they probably won't be around for the next bear market. They probably won't be around, but we will be around for next bear market, because that is what we're actually looking for. We are looking for the bear market. We are looking for these dips towards downside. So we want to care when stuff is going down. You know, when it goes up, it's very nice, but when it goes down, you know, we want to care more. That's all I'm saying. Good morning, Ralph. How you doing, man? Blood in the streams, time to buy. What's up, Goblin? How you doing, man? Jonas, price is too high to buy more for long term. No, the price is not. I mean, the price is high on Bitcoin, maybe. Prices might be a little bit high on Ethereum, maybe even some of these, you know, be larger coins. You know, price might be a little bit high, but you know, overall, you know, long term, like how much long term you want to hold, like, you know, 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. I don't know. If you want to hold for 10 years, you know, kind of depends a little bit, you know, because you know how much, you know, everything's gonna pull back. But yeah, you know. We are not right here. I don't think a lot of people are right now considering, you know, hodling for 10 years. At least not, you know, at buying right now. But there's that. One more leg down to the downside, incoming before a big pump. It's already starting looking good-ish. We are not quite there yet. You don't see the line up here is not quite actually broken up here just yet. But, you know, could we have a bigger dump down inside the blue blocks? I mean, definitely. So we can check that out. Everybody, Tommy from Rotterdam here. The Netherlands is in chain. Buy XRP at 0.5. Have an else, I do, man. Fake bounce to 200 EMA 4 hourly. Oops, caps. No, caps are good, man. Nice chair. Is there a chair coin? If so, I'll buy. Yeah, this chair is actually very, very nice. It's from IKEA. IKEA stool contour. It's which one is it? Let me see up here. This is the one. This is the one. But how do I click on this one? Office chairs. Office chair. Where's one? This is the one. Marcus. Yeah, it's very nice. I like it. It's actually a very really good chair. I used to have these, you know, these gaming chairs before because, you know, I want to be cool. But this chair is actually very, very good. Like, I really like the chair. So, you know, guys, if you need a new chair, this is the chair for you guys. It's a really good chair. And I only buy the good stuff, you know. I only buy the good stuff. So, you know, see, top seller. Why? Because it's good. It's actually a good chair. Literally a very, very good chair. You should definitely buy this one. It's a very good chair. 0.59 to be exact. Doge is pumping. It's not actually pumping that much. It's up just, you know, a couple of percentages or something like that. But you know, all meme coins are getting a nice bounce. Where are meme coins on my list over here? Doge is up 4%, but Pepe is up 10%, Bonk is up 5%, but you know, you just, you know, small bounces up here. VIF is 0.9, like nothing, so there is that. I've seen this happen before. Interesting that Bitcoin went down to 40% for 3 weeks from March to April. That was a COVID crash. How is Doge pumping? Yeah, it's not pumping. Tommy, how you, man? Doing XRP. I think 50k USD bottom in a week or so. Very nice chair. Yeah, it's very nice. It's good chair. So guys, get a chair. You know, your life is gonna be better, and it is a very good chair. That said, we are done talking about chairs. We can have a, you know, another live stream about chairs at another point right now. The big question right now is what's happening in Bitcoin over here. And after that, we're gonna also, but you know, before we go to the Bitcoin, because I know everybody came to the Bitcoin, so for the Bitcoin chart, so you know, we're gonna talk about Bitcoin. But before we get to the Bitcoin, there is an important event happening very, very soon. So everybody asked me, you know, when is the next date, man? When is the next date? Because if you know, you know, we know the dates. We know the dates. Now, the next date is, now where the heck did I put that? Here we go. In less than 3 weeks, a total solar eclipse will cross North America from Mexico to Canada across most part of the US. It will be the most visible and longest total solar eclipse for the United States in 100 years with the central duration of blah blah blah. So you see up here, it will go, you know, through the Mexico over the central and western eastern USA, and it will be total eclipse, and it's on April the 8th, total solar eclipse, guys. So you know, mark the date. It's a big date, so we got a date right now, right? We got a date. 8. So Monday 8th it is the you know, the total solar eclipse should be the dump date, and that is, I'm a little bit unsure whether that's it should be full moon or new moon. I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Next moon, full, new, or something like that. I don't know. Moon phase calendar up here. So let's go down here a little bit. 2024, March 17, 25th is the full moon, and the new moon is on the 8th. So the new moon, Monday, 8th of April, with a total solar eclipse. It's definitely a dump date, guys. So mark the date. Before the halvening, April 8th is the dump date. So we know the date, guys. We know the date right now. And it is just before the halvening. Halvening is on the halvening. Why is this line up here not showing the date? I don't know. Let's put a new line. Oh, because it doesn't go longer than that. Let's go to 4 hourly. 4 hourly. There we go. And the halvening is on Wednesday, 17 April. So a week before the halvening actually is the dump date. So what we are looking for right now is this move towards upside. Woo! There we go. So I thought this is very, very interesting, and it is very important. So if you want to mark the date, it is April the 8th. When wife changing and chair changing money. I mean, you don't have to have that much money to change the chair. So there is that. And right now we can actually go to what's happening in Bitcoin. I thought this was actually very interesting. So there is that. So what is actually happening in Bitcoin up here? You know, the dump down towards downside and how this is actually playing out. I have my own indicator around here. If you go to the, I thought this was a little bit interesting. Let's go to a clean chart. I always like clean charts. There we go. And what you're gonna see over here on this chart is this is down here. This is my own indicator called overextensions, and it just shows you overextensions when you are moving towards downside or overextensions when you're moving towards upside. And you'll see right now that the level at overextended levels that we are at is very, very low right now. So this, you know, since the bottom down here, since this capitulation over here, you know, we had a couple other, you know, moves towards downside, but this was, you know, very strong downtrend over here. You can have these moves over here where you just pull back and just continue sideways, stuff like that. But these overextensions always indicate either some kind of strong sideways movement or a pullback towards upside, right? So one of these moves are very, very likely right now, you know, consolidation before the, you know, more movements towards downside. But what we are looking for is for this actually to climb a little bit, you know, higher up here towards upside before, I mean, it could just climb a little bit and do another dip and then be overextended. So these overextensions are not actually telling us that it's over or anything like that. They're just telling us, okay, you are overextended. Maybe just maybe you should be looking for some kind of you know, bounce consolidation or something like that, right? So that can be interesting indicator to tell you that, you know, maybe you are very, very close to some kind of support level or something like that. So right now on the daily time frame we are very overextended towards downside. On the weekly time frame we are not overextended at all. We are actually a little bit overextended. Right now we're just pulling back, but this pullback is actually very nice because you want to pull back on these you want to pull back a little bit on the weekly time frame and push it a little bit down. You don't want to get to, you know, overextend, you know, extreme overextend levels where you are at some kind of top. So we are not some kind of top, but we are definitely pulling back a little bit more towards downside. Also on the weekly time frame we got this doji down up here at the top that has the same, you know, upper and bottom wicks towards upside, which we said that you know, it would have been bad if this was longer than the other or something like that, but you know, they're actually the same size, so it's kind of just consolidating up here and it's pulling right now back. Can we do another move towards upside and then start creating some kind of divergence on the chart? Definitely can, but you know, the pullback was actually quite nice. Now let's go back to this chart over here and let's look at the lines a little bit. Let's go to the small time frames over here and watch. I'm going to show you what we're actually looking at over here. There's a whole bunch of lines over here, so we're going to clean up you know, a bunch of lines and start a little bit from the scratch. Maybe you're going to find, did I actually have a blue box somewhere else? Yeah, over here there was a blue box. So we had a couple of levels up here, weekly, daily, and the blue box monthly levels. So there have been a couple of very interesting levels when it comes down to support levels, how far down we could actually go. Now the weekly down over here actually got broken big time, and we had a retest on the weekly as well. We went down to the daily and pulled back a little bit, after that tried to retest that, and then pulled back all the way down into the blue box, this up here, this top levels up here towards the upside. So we are definitely on the blue box on support level right now, 61.3, and we are bouncing from those levels. You're gonna see as well that this bounce actually has a very good chance to propagate a little more higher towards the upside. We're still not out of the channel, so we cannot say technically that we this is already done and it's finished and stuff like that. It can do something like this and still drop down all the way something like 58, maybe even be below that, because below that those levels we got a liquidity area towards downside. But it's already kind of on the daily time frame, like we just said. Looks like we are overextend towards downside, hitting major support level here on the monthly time frame. Right now we are bouncing towards upside, so the bounce is pretty much legit, right? The bounce is pretty much legit. And the most important right now, the trend. See here, I'm starting to dislike the trading, you guys. So the most important trend right now is this trend over here, and we are wondering whether this is going to break towards downside or upside. Now the trend is your friend until fat lady sings, as we like to say, or as I like to say. But if this breaks towards downside, this would be a capitulation of the trend, right? This is actually very, very bad move, and I would assume that this is actually going to come back inside this trend very, very quickly. But oftentimes when you are trending inside a trend and you start doing these kind of things over here towards downside, you have oftentimes a capitulation move outside of that trend, which consolidates. It comes back really, really quickly, or just comes back inside immediately towards upside and then gets out of the area. So this move outside is actually a capitulation move towards capitulation move down. So you can see right now that we can get into box, we can capitulate below 58k down here, because a lot of people think 58 is gonna hold. So you can go to 56 or something like that towards downside up here, and then bounce really, really quickly towards the upside. But that would be a capitulation move where I see, because this trend over here is a very, very steep trend towards downside, and these steep trends towards downside tend to break towards upside, but they can have capitulation events where they actually get out of the trend. Now if these kind of trends break towards downside and don't manage to get back inside the trend, this is actually a very extremely bearish move, and more continuation towards downside can be expected. But these kind of things happen are usually in some kind of bear markets. Oftentimes in the bull markets you have a downward trend, you might have capitulation out of that trend and continue towards upside. But these kind of things where you actually go towards downside, this is probably some kind of ending of the bull market kind of type of events, or they are some kind of bear market moves that get you get capitulation, but capitulation just continues capitulating towards downside, because this move over here towards downside will create another trend towards downside that's even steeper. So you're actually increasing the move towards downside over here. So we don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. So I would assume right now that if we break this towards downside, is capitulation just out of the trend, and we should very, very quickly go to back inside. But right now we are already inside that area right now. The blue box over here, that's major support level. You just saw that we are overextended on daily time frame. Some kind of bounce is right now coming, and it's already started happening up here a little bit. So it's already kind of recovering a little bit towards upside. But yeah, an even more important line than this bigger trend up here is right now this line over here, give or take up here. We're just gonna do one of these crypto lines, as we like them call them, and you can see up here that you also see that there's a whole bunch of divergences are down here at the bottom. If you look at the indicators down here a little bit, the RSI, there's the RSI. You also see that we have been creating these divergences up here all the way through, and they are still being created. But these divergences are right now, you could say that they are downtrending consolidation, where we're just pulling back to the midline, and that's fine and all. But they are already diverging at a very extended levels of rate. Now there is a line, there is a line up here that's also very important. Mlaren taught me this, by the way, and it goes something like this up here, and maybe we are not quite above that yet. So we are hitting that line right now. So this trend line over here on the RSI, so the trend on the RSI is still, you know, pushing it towards downside over here. So we can again dump a little bit more towards downside over here, definitely. But we are looking, ever since these stops up here, this move towards downside up here has been consolidating right now, pulling back. And when it comes to RSI lines, I'm looking, you know, the break towards upside. So this RSI trend actually breaks above the 50 levels up here towards upside into the bigger box towards upside, where you have a new option over here towards upside. The bounce was actually very nice. It started a little bit earlier, so you know the question is whether the bounce is done or not. Now the bounce, the overextensions towards downside are actually on the daily time frame. So if you look down here, you know, this overextension that we just talked about on the overextension indicator, this actually on the daily time frame. So this can definitely still on the small time frames up here have another, you know, move towards downside over here, because the trend is still going towards downside, and this is a falling wedge trend over here, something like that, right? So we can have, you know, we are right now doing this move up here. We can still go down here. We can again even go capitulation move outside of the falling wedge, up below the box, outside of the channel. All of these are, you know, I would consider this, you know, a very good capitulation move towards downside over here, because a lot of people are going long right over here. So if you do capitulation move and then right back down here again, there is a whole bunch of liquidity that you can actually pick up, because a lot of people went through long right now. So right now, yeah, still inside this falling wedge up here, and then there came a little bit bounce over here, and it's actually very, very nice. And altcoins are up like, you know, 2, 3, 4% right now towards upside. But can we still have this little bit move towards downside? I think we can. I think we can. But if it is, you know, for whatever reason starts breaking this towards upside up here, and the RSI down here, as you just saw, starts breaking towards upside, I think that's gonna be very, very, you know, good indication that we might just maybe get out eventually out of this falling channel towards downside over here, you know, consolidate, maybe even you know, some kind of, you know, double bottom down here and then towards upside. But I'm looking for a bounce. I'm still looking for a bounce, especially after these moves over here right now. I'm looking for a little bit bigger bounce than what it is right now, because it, you know, 8% on Bitcoin during the daily move down, that's a lot. Caesar Coins, how you doing, man? That's actually a nice name, Caesar Coins. You should do a YouTube channel. Good morning, man. What's up, Yuri? How you doing, man? Bitcoin made a lower high. Bottom not in. Don't be fooled. We will go below 60k. It might be that, like we just saw, like we could definitely go below 60k, something below 58k, even down here to something like 56, 59, just so we can pick up some kind of liquidity and then bounce off of that. You know, way good morning, how you doing, man? The trend is down already. Nah, the bigger trend is still, you know, up. I mean, this is 1 hourly time frame, this is 4 hourly time frame. If you look at a daily time frame, the only thing we are doing for is starting creating this, you know, very speedy trend towards downside. But you know, in a big line, like the trend is definitely towards upside. Bigger trends are definitely 100% towards upside. The only thing that we are creating over here is this, you know, pivot point, so we can draw new lines before we go towards upside. But the you know, big time frames, the trend is definitely towards upside. Interest rate decision, a Powell speech. If when is that actually happening? When Boeing? When Boeing? I don't know. Soon. Anyways, this is a good crypto buying opportunity. Correction is excellent. What do you think about ETC, BTC? It is disappointing. Bitcoin, Ethereum is up right now 2%, but you know, it has been going down versus Bitcoin, and the falling wedge up here is not actually playing in our favor. You know, we are expecting, you know, any kind of breakup. So right now I'm just about to give this, you know, falling wedge, because this falling wedge is not being respected at all, almost. And you know, I think we need to give up on the falling wedge and find some kind of other solution to the problem, because this thing is just, you know, consolidating down here inside the box. And right now it's again at the bottom of this range over here. So yeah, you know, again, you know, I'm assuming this is just gonna, you know, bounce, because how can, you know, Bitcoin outperform, you know, Ethereum after doing, you know, 5x towards upside, right? You know, in my head, just doesn't make any sense, right? You know, Ethereum needs to go soon. I just don't know when. And if this isn't it, I don't know what is gonna be it, right? Because if right now Bitcoin continues outperforming Ethereum, then this goes towards downside over here, right? So, you know, the way I see it right now, it needs to go soon. Like, it needs to go soon. Like, you already did a couple of moves. This downtrend up here needs to break towards the upside, but there is that. And Ethereum by itself is looking okay. I mean, just having a pullback, right? There are a little bit too many lines up here. Let's go to a little bit small lines over here. So you just have this very, very steep trend towards downside. It's just doing the same thing as Bitcoin is doing, you know, getting overextended. Let's look at the overextensions on the daily time frame over here on Ethereum. Yeah, like overextensions on Ethereum are extreme right now. Like, this doesn't happen. You know, you gotta go all the way back down here. You gotta all the way back down here to see those kind of overextensions, and this dump over here, and then there's this dump over here. You know, that's just after the capture. You know, this is capitulation move, so extreme over. Like these you can see up here, you can have these overextensions, and you know the price to just continue overextending towards downside. This is very, very normal. So overextension is not telling you anything that, you know, it's the bottom or anything like that. But, you know, considering other indications and stuff like that, it is really, really low right now when it comes to, you know, these daily overextension. So, you know, this is just dropping like very, very fast towards the downside. So that's why I'm saying, like, you know, the bounce is pretty much given, and we are looking for this bounce right now from this move over here. There is also a line over here or something like this up here. We are looking for this bounce towards the upside. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out. Altcoins are doing okay. Everything is up, you know, 2-3% towards upside. Buy pullbacks. There we go. Buy pullbacks, guys. Mine is back in the chat. Yeah, buy pullbacks, guys. And like we said in the start of the stream, this is the time to be excited. You know, when on the red days, when everything is red and, you know, bleeding, you know, that is the time to get very, very excited. So, you know, we are waiting for that. But everything is up like 2-3%. Unfortunately, the 2-3% looks like this up here, especially on the daily time frame. This is what 2-3% looks like. It's not much by any means up here. This 208 resistance level up here, I've been following my Solana, you know, predictions came, you know, on the dollar at the top, which is actually very, very nice. I like that. On the other hand, up here, this is how you know 2%, you know, correction looks like on the daily time frame. This is theta, you know, this is the, you know, 2% correction. You know, this over here is 3% correction and stuff like that, right on the Tron. WeChain up here, you got a little bit correct, but you know, just a small moves right now towards the upside. But these are, you know, it could be starter moves where it actually pulls you back, you know, higher up here. Or, you know, we're gonna see how this actually gonna play out. So, you know, we're gonna still, well, actually this 4 hour actually looks very, very nice. Oh, this WeChain 4 hour looks actually very nice up here. I mean, this looks, oh, this looks juicy, man. Oh, that looks juicy. Oh, that's nice. Overextensions, low air side down at 36 on the daily time frame. Let's go to 4 hourly. Climbing slowly towards upside. Oh, this is gonna bounce, but it might actually do another one of these, you know, move down here before it bounces, but it looks nice. If I was trading, not a financial advice, but you know, if I was trading, if I was doing that. Anyways, guys, thank you for stopping by. This is Bitcoin Daily. If you want to join our, you know, community, our TFN stuff, but if you want to join our Telegram chat, you're welcome to do so. We got altcoin videos, we got you know, lines, we got nice guys in there, we are you know, chappy hodlers and stuff like that. Guys, you're welcome to join. We also got a public Telegram channel if you want to check that out. You know, it's open for everybody. You're welcome to join that, and you know, hit the like on the way out. Again, have a nice day, guys. It's very sunny outside. It's not actually very sunny, but it's okay. It's okay. And get one of these chairs, guys. The chair is very good. The chair is very good. Take care, guys. I'll see you around. Bye-bye. Yes, there was... Nah, we're gonna take that another time. Bye-bye, guys.